Harikatas, and bringing us to this meditation about who is Radha and how our spiritual life can be improved, or we can advance in this path of Radhadasyan, and how to become a servant, maid servant of Radharani. So I recently translated one video of Gurudev. He's doing parikrama in 1998, and he's in Raval, the birthplace of Srimati Radhika. And if you visit there, there is a very nice little girl, Gopali there, is Srimati Radhika. And then he said, for this yoga, for this kalpa, Srimati Radhika manifested there in Raval. And her father is Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and her mother is Kirtigamai. So then Gurudev said that for this kalpa we have to understand and to see that that place is the birthplace of Srimati Radhika. Because one morning Vrishabhanu Maharaj was going to take bath in Brahma Muhurta to the Yamuna river, which was very close to Raval at that time. Nowadays it's not close, actually it's far away. And then Vrishabhanu Maharaj went to the river and took bath. And suddenly he saw this very refulgent and very shining and bright lotus flower, thousands of petals of this lotus flower. And then he saw there a very small little girl, beautiful girl. And because he was captivated by this baby girl, so he took it with him, because he was waiting for having a girl before he got Sridham, the elder brother of Srimati Radhika. So he was so happy that he took this girl, and then he will bring this beautiful girl to the lap of Mother Kirtina. So Mother Kirtina was also very happy seeing this beautiful girl. So Gurudev will say, and this is our Swami. So this is the birthplace of Srimati Radhika for this kalpa, for this yoga. Because there is many other pastimes and stories related of how Vrishabhanu Nandini, Srimati Radhika got birth, but Gurudev said this is the proper way for this kalpa to understand her manifestation. So who is Radha? There are many names for different followers. Like the followers of or the worshippers of Vishnu, they are called Vaishnavas. The worshippers to Krishna, they are called Kaishavas. But the worshippers of Srimati Radhika, they are called Gaudiya. Why? Because Srimati Radhika has another name that is Gauri, and Gauri means golden complexion. So she has this golden complexion, and this is the name that comes Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So this is our real identity, and we will see how Gurudev explained this. So this supreme reality that Srimad Bhagavatam describes all over, Sutta Goswami said, Vadanti tat tattva vidastatva jajgyanam advayam rameti paramatmati bhagavan iti shapyate. This supreme reality is understood by three ways, but it's only one. Brahman, as the Brahman, as the light, then Paramatma, as the super soul in the heart. But this Paramatma can be understood like God, the generator, operator, and the destructor. But this is related to the material world, and Bhagavan, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. But this Bhagavan can be understood also from the perspective of the spiritual world. So there is a lot of tattva in this verse. But why Gurudev presented first this tattva for us to understand who is God first, who is Krishna, and not just jump and see the beautiful Srimati Radhika. So if we understand first who is God and how this supreme reality can be understood, so then we will have some glimpse of who is really Srimati Radhika. So he said this Bhagavan, Krishna, yes, is the supreme personality of Godhead, and yes, he can be related also to the material world like God. But then he said, forget that. Krishna is Rajendra Nandana Shyama Sundara. Krishna is the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai. So Krishna, in the spiritual realm, one time he was sitting at the banks of the Yamuna in Bansibat. And then he was thinking there, I'm giving pleasure to all living entities, I'm giving happiness to all living entities. But who will give happiness to me? How can I be pleased? How can I feel love? And then suddenly, Srimati Radhika came out from the left side. And then he saw this young, beautiful girl like a Kishori. And then he was so happy. And then he knew that all his dreams came true. And not only that, the dreams or the longings or the desires that he could have was already there in Srimati Radhika, in this young girl. So immediately she saw him and then she ran toward him. So her name is Radha. Radha comes from Anurag. Anurag means deep attachment. This attachment that she felt from the very first moment ran out towards him. That means Radha, Ra, Anurag, deep love. And Dha comes from Dhavati, the one who gives, who runs towards. So Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Radha Krishna Eka Atma He Dui Deha Deha Dhari Anyamai Vilasa Rasa Ashvarana Kori. Radha Krishna, they are one, but they become two to relish Ashvarana Kori, to relish this rasa, this Vilasa Rasa. They are one, the same. There is no difference. But why they become two? It's only because and in order to relish the ras, the supreme ras, because Krishna wanted that. So if we understand that what he wants, then we will also understand who is she. So one of the verses that describes Srimati Radhika is mentioned in the Gautamiya Tantra and also in Chaitanya Charitamrita too. Naras Kaviraj Goswami quoted this verse. Devi Krishna Mai Radhika, Devi Krishna Mai Bhakta Radhika Paratattva. Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para. Devi. What is the meaning of Devi? Devi comes from the word, the Dhatu Dev means playful. But also Devi comes from Devi Kahi Dyotamana Parama Sundari. beautiful. Devi, when we say the Supreme Devi, the Supreme Goddess, means this is Paramasundari, very beautiful. Kimba Krishna Puja, Kridara Vasati Nagari. Kridara Vasati Nagari means also that this Devi can have another meaning. This meaning is Vasati Nagari. Nagari means town. So Radhika also can mean the town of where Krishna does puja. Krishna Puja Kridara. Krishna Puja means where Krishna does worship. And Kridara comes from this place that is called also Vilas, or the play that he can perform his playful pastimes. So Srimati Radhika is Nagari. Nagari means the town where Krishna does puja, or in other words, where Krishna worships her and he does vilas with her. Devi. Krishna Mai. Krishna Mai is another name of Srimati Radhika. It means that Srimati Radhika sees him, Krishna, outside and inside, so within herself and outside herself. Krishna Das Kaviraj said also that Krishna Mai means whenever she sees Jangha Netrapade, means her eyes, Jangha, wherever she sees, she has Krishna's fury, means as Furti of Krishna. So when Srimati Radhika sees, for example, a bumblebee, then she remembers Krishna, his lotus face, and how Krishna was absorbing her beauty. Or when she hears the sound of bamboo forest, then she immediately thinks of Krishna's flute. So when we say Krishna Mai, means that wherever she sees, wherever sound that she hears, it brings Krishna as Furti in her heart, a vision. When we chant the holy name, we are absorbed in the holy name. So we can see our Ishtadev everywhere. But it's not the same like Srimati Radhika. When she sees everything in Vrindavan, for her, it's a Spurti, a vision of Krishna. And reminds her of Krishna, everything. So then she is Paradevata. So Paradevata, the Supreme Goddess. Why she is Paradevata? Or why Krishna loves her so much that Krishna worships her. Devi Krishna Mai Radhika Paradevata. Paradevata means that Krishna has this internal potency, Hladini Shakti. And in the explanation, there is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita also that it says that Hladinira Sara Prema, Prema Sara Bhav, Pavara Parama Kashtanama Mahabhav. So this is Hladinira. Hladinira Sara Prema. The essence of Hladini Shakti is Prema, love for God. And she is that embodiment also, the love for God, the Prema. And what is the essence of this Prema? Is the supreme Bhav. But Srimati Radhika has this Mahabhav. So Mahabhav Swarup, Mahabhav Swarup Sri Radha Thakurani. She is the embodiment of this Mahabhav Swarup. So the essence of Prema is Mahabhav, Parama Kashtanama Mahabhav. And Mahabhav Mahabhav Swarup Shri Radha Thakurani Sarva Gunakani Krishna Kanta Shiromani. She has all the qualities. She is Sarvakanti and Sarvaguna, all the qualities. So what it means, this Mahabhav? This Mahabhav is that all the body of Srimati Radhika is made of this Mahabhav. It's like this example when we have this sugar bird made of sugar. So from top of bottom, we taste the sugar, right? So when we bite, let's say the hand or the head or the belly, everything is made of sugar. We can taste at every moment. And the same way, the body of Srimati Radhika is made of Mahabhav. For example, her earrings are made of lobha, greed, to hear all the pastimes, the qualities, what Krishna is doing. What's the first question that Srimati Radhika always asks to hear her Sakhis and Manjaris? Where is Krishna? What Krishna is doing? Because she's eager to hear from him. Then, for example, her lipsticks are red. What it means that all this red comes from Anurag too. She has deep attachment for Krishna, so she wants to only speak about Krishna. She wants to always relishes the sweet of Krishna. That's why her lipsticks are red. Then also her tilak. Her tilak is Saubhagya, means that she is so fortunate that she has the most and biggest topmost fortune because she can control Krishna. Then even her oil, the oil that the Sakhis massage her body, it's made of Sakhi Sneha, the love of the Sakhis. Her fragrance is also so intoxicating. And the Sakhis one time, they always tell Srimati Radhika, like, when they play Krishna and Radhika, they play hide and seek. So when it's the turn of Srimati Radhika to hide, the Sakhis, they tell her like, oh my Swami, I think that we lost this play, this game. And why? Because your fragrance is so overwhelming that the bumblebees, they come to you because the bumblebee, they want to go where the fragrance is. So Krishna will immediately find you because your fragrance is it's calling all the bumblebees, and Krishna will see the bumblebees, and then he will come, and then he will find you. And then Srimati Radhika said, oh yes, well, yeah, that's true too. So the Sakhis, they are always very worried that Srimati Radhika has to win, right? Then also, her body of Srimati Radhika is made of Mahabhav, and she has this quality. I mean, there's 25 qualities that Srila Rupa Goswami mentions. Also, she has this quality of Sangita. She sings, beautiful also, and charming. So one time she was singing in the courtyard of Jatila and Kutila in Javant. So she was singing, and Krishna came to see her, and so she was waiting outside. But when he heard the singing of Srimati Radhika, then he became stunned. He couldn't move, he couldn't breathe even. And then when Sakhi saw that he was just stunned outside, and the Abhimanyu, the husband of Srimati Radhika, was coming, and then she started to worry and said, oh, Abhimanyu will find Krishna, that he is there outside the courtyard. So the Sakhi ran to Srimati Radhika and said, oh, please stop singing. Krishna is outside. And then she stopped singing, and then Krishna slowly came back because he was senseless. So he came back, and then he immediately hide so Abhimanyu couldn't see him. So that's the power of the singing of Srimati Radhika. Also, Srimati Radhika has a garland, and this garland represents or is made of the 25 boughs. And she presents all these sattvic boughs too, like tears, trembling, hair amend, shock voice, fading, the complexion becomes fading and pale. Also happened that one time, because the opposite group of Srimati Radhika is Chandravali. So Chandravali knew that Srimati Radhika and Krishna, they were meeting together at the bank of Yamuna. So Chandravali came to Jatila, who is the mother-in-law of Srimati Radhika, and she came and said, "Oh, beautiful lady, I want to tell you that your daughter-in-law is so chaste. You can imagine so chaste she is, and you can see for yourself. Why don't you go to the bank of Yamuna and see how chaste she is, and also bring with you Abhimanyu?" And then Jatila said yes. And then she called her son Abhimanyu and said, "Let's go to the Yamuna River because Srimati Radhika is there, and I want to show you also this chastity that she has." But Srimati Radhika was with Krishna. So they were going, and there was one parrot who was taking care of the scenario. So this parrot saw that Jatila and Abhimanyu were coming. So this parrot comes very faster than them, and then said to Radhika, "Oh, Abhimanyu is coming, Abhimanyu is coming, Abhimanyu is coming." And then Srimati Radhika, she just fried, like she was just so scared that then she became pale, like a conch shell. So when Abhimanyu came, then he just passed by her. He didn't even see her because of this sattvic bag that she has. So then everything was okay because Abhimanyu didn't see her then. So this Mahabhav it's the all her body. Mahabhav is made. Srimati Radhika's body is made of all these Mahabhavs. The 12 types of golden ornaments, 16 types of cosmetics, 33 sensual bhavs that she has, 8 sattvic bhavs, 20 bhavs, alankars, ecstatic ornaments. That's why she is called the Mahabhav Swarup, because everything in the spiritual world, everything in Vrindavan Dham, it's conscious. Everything is made of these bhavs. The name of Srimati Radhika in this verse is called Sarvalakshmi Mai. It means that she is the origin of all Lakshmis. The same way that Krishna, he has this Vaibhav Prakash in Dwarka, or the Vaibhav Vilas, like Narayan when he is in Vaikuntha. The same way Srimati Radhika, she manifests all the gopis, all the sakis, all the manjaris, and they are only the desires of Srimati Radhika to please Krishna. So all the gopis and the manjaris are expansions of Srimati Radhika's Bhav, of Srimati Radhika's Mahabhav. So why she does this? Why she expands herself? Because the only desire that she has is to please Krishna. Is to, even before he thinks something, she already is pleasing that desire. Even he doesn't have any nothing to desire, even Srimati Radhika is already pleasing that. So like that, the gopis, all the kayavyuhas, the groups that they are in the Vrindavan, they do this prema pratiyogita. They compete between each other, prema pratiyogita. Why? Because this increase the rasa. Rasa ulasa is the name in Sanskrit. They increase the rasa. So, because Srimati Radhika wants to please Krishna. And also she is Sarvakanti. Sarvakanti is the one who is very effulgent. And also Kanti means that she pleased all the desires of Krishna. Samohini Para. She bewilders Krishna, her beauty. Samohini, this word is very important because we need to understand the motto of our Gurudev. The motto of our Gurudev is that always Srimati Radhika wins. She's victorious. She has the victory over Krishna. So, as Krishna did this pastime of Brahma Vimohanli, when he would bewilder Brahma by manifesting himself in the cows and the cowherd boys, but Srimati Radhika bewilders him every single day by her beauty. So Srila Prabodhananda Sarasvati, he says, Yo Rama Rudra Shuka Narada Bhishma Mukyair Alakshitana Shahasha Purushasya Tasya Sadhyavashi Karana Churnam Anantam Shaktim Tam Radhika Charana Renu Anusmarani. Yo Brahma Rudra Shuka Narada Bhishma. It means that even Shiva, Shuka, Narada, and Bhishma Dev, they cannot perceive or they cannot attain easily to Krishna. Alakshita Nashahasha Purushasya Tasya. They cannot see, this is very difficult. But that same Krishna is controlled by Srimati Radhika, Churnam. Churnam Ananta Shaktim. This Shakti that she has is like a churna, powder. But it's Ananta Shaktim, so powerful. And what is this powder and what is this churna? It's Tam Radhika Charana Renu Anusmarani. I meditate on this particle of dust that comes from the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. That particle of dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika controls him completely, totally. So that's why she is called Paradevata, because she controls him. And so Srila Gurudev has one book, it's called Radha, the Supreme Shelter. Sri Radha, the Supreme Shelter. It's a collection of all his classes through the world preaching and also when he was giving classes in India. So in that book there are many, it's very beautiful, I recommend you, it's very beautiful. So there, Sri Radha, the Supreme Shelter. And there he mentions, he quotes many things, but just for us to have this understanding is that, first of all, Gurudev, Srila Gurudev will always change our mood, change our sadhya, our goal. How we understand this Gaudiya Vaishnavism, how we understand what's our goal, what's our purpose. So then, in this book, he says that the real Gaudiya Vaishnavism is that we follow the eternal service to the lotus feet of Sri Radha, performed under the shelter of Sri Rupa Goswami as Rupa Nugas. He will emphasize this. So our sadhana and our bhajan, when we understand who is Srimati Radhika by this verse, right? Devi Krishna Mai Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Maya Sarva Kanti Samohini Para. So when we understand who she is, then we can do our sadhana and our bhajan, meditating that one day we will become her maid servants. And it's only from Gurudev's mercy that we can get this inspiration. So even all his preaching was about how to become and how to perform this sadhana. Also, he was very strict and very strong when he would say that the artificial expressions or the enthusiasm for the goal, it shouldn't be, like pretending or like this way, like artificial, because this becomes will become the sahajism. This is very beautiful to hear all these pastimes of Srimati Radhika and Krishna in Vrindavan or in the Nikunjas or the Kunjas. So also we need to be very strict with our sadhana in our bhajan. In one lecture given in October 1996, Srila Gurudev mentions this word, Urja. Urja means the power, energy, fire, or electricity. In Sanskrit, all these are known as Urja, Srimati Radharani. Whatever we see in this world, or in the spiritual world, or Vaikuntha, or Goloka Vrindavan, all are manifestation of the Shakti of Srimati Radhika. She is Swarupa Shakti, the internal potency of Krishna. Krishna can only desire, but if he desires anything, Srimati Radhika in so many forms can fulfill his desire at once. So also related to this victory of Radha over Krishna, which is the motto of our Gurudev, he will often mention this verse of the Bhagavatam, Naparayaham Niravadya Samujan Swasarukritiam, by saying Krishna is so in debt to Srimati Radhika. Srimati Radhika is giving everything up for Krishna. Is giving up everything. She doesn't care about the dharma, the etiquette, anything. But Krishna says at the end that he acknowledges and says, oh, I cannot repay you. So Gurudev also will say, oh, please, just be paid by the love you are showing me. Another time, Srila Gurudev in 2001 also said that it's not possible for Krishna to manifest Sringara Rasa, the Mellow-amorous love, without Sri Vrishabhana Nandini, who is the source of the original Rasa, or Shringara rasa, he cannot have or taste any rasa. It's only in order to display the super excellence of Radhaji that Chandravali is a gopi, opposing her or Vipaksha gopi. In reality, however, she is but a manifestation of Radhaji and cannot compare to her. Then in Holland, 2005, in 9 July 2005, Srila Gurudev explained this word, Radhe. What is the meaning of Radhe? Aradhite iti. It means that Radhe Jaya Jaya, and often Gurudev will say, sing Radhe 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 Jaya Jaya Shri Radhe, that Radhe has to be, Srimati Radhika has to be victorious. And also what he was explaining here, one verse of Srila Jayadev Goswami, that verse represents the heart of Srila Gurudev. The heart of Srila Gurudev is that painting, Sarakunja. He said that, this is my heart. And in this paint of Sarakunja, this is the verse that he was quoting and explaining, that he said, Smaragara Kandanam Mama Shirashi Mandanam Dehi Pada Palavan Udaram. Oh my beloved, Krishna is praying to Srimati Radhika. Why? Because Srimati Radhika was in man. And this jealousy, this anger mood, sulky mood, sorry. She was in man, and then Krishna didn't know what to do. What else can I do? I cannot break her man. So finally, somehow or other, the Manjaris allow him to enter to her kunja. Because also Srimati Radhika has this feeling that she wants to meet with Krishna. But because she was told by Lalita Saki that you don't allow him, you don't show yourself like submissive to him. You have to be very strong with him. So because she follows Lalita Saki, which was Lalita Saptami yesterday, she follows her order, so she keeps for herself all these feelings that she has. And in that painting, Srila Gurudev used to say that what she has there is called Kila Kinchit, bhavs. All the bhavs inside of her, like she wants to meet with Krishna, but she can't. She wants to forgive Krishna, but she can't. Her happiness is Krishna, but Krishna is not there because she was sulky, she wasn't this man. So she said, don't allow this cheater, this black person to come into my kunja. So the Manjaris were following this instruction. So they won't allow Krishna. And even Krishna is praying to the Manjaris, please allow me to enter. I want to meet with Srimati Radhika. And then Srimati Radhika there, she's weeping, she's happy. Everything at the same time. So when finally Krishna enters to the kunja, then there Srimati Radhika is with all these Kila Kinchit bhavs, like it's like a bouquet of bhavs and emotions. And Krishna finally said, I don't know what else to do. Smara Garala Kandanam means I want to give you even my flute. So he gives the flute at the feet of Srimati Radhika. And even the peacock feather also he places at the feet of Srimati Radhika. And then Gurudev said, now my Swamini is victorious over him. Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Shri Radhe. So, and then Krishna is saying, oh my Swamini, I don't know how to break this man that you have all this sulky mood. But please
Dehi Padapalavam Udaram. Put your soft feet upon my head. Then all my sufferings, all these sufferings like burning in my heart will be extinguished. Please do so, and then Srimati Radhika is victorious over him. So our Gurudev will always give this example. He will give this goal. As he said, this is my heart. So our sadhana and our bhajan should be directed to that katha, to that inspiration, to that class, to those words, even though we don't realize it. Because we, especially me, myself, I don't have any realizations, I don't have any qualities, but because Gurudev is saying, I follow him. And one time, also we still have some time, Gurudev was giving this Hindi lecture in the Kasavaji Gaudiya Mat in 1995, and he was giving this in Hindi in the Sri Radha, this is the Katha in Radha Rama when he was doing parikrama. Jai Shri Radha Govinda Chuti, Jai Shri Gora Radha Govinda. Almost worshiping Radha, my mind is always absorbed in you. I'm always anxious to see you, so somehow, in some form, I stay in Vrindavan. O Srimati Radhika, I'm roaming in those forests, playing on my flute, only in search of you. So Srila Gurudev was describing this verse, this prose, in English, in Hindi, So he was translating from Hindi. To understand who you are and relish your rasa, O Radhika, I go to the Yamuna not to take baths, but only to meet with you. Otherwise, what need is there to go there? I sit on the bank of Yamuna only to meet with you and serve you. By grazing the cows is only a pretext, so that I can search for you. Indeed, you are the sole reason for all the activities in this universe. I become so eager to have darshan of your beauty that my eyes move here and there and my mind becomes restless. I wait underneath a kadamba tree, thinking, when will she pass by this way? A chakora bird will suffer thirst rather than drink anything but the rain that falls during the Swati Nakshatra constellation. Similarly, I'm like that bird, and your beauty is the rain. Such beauty steals my heart, and thus your modesty and all your qualities, I'm yearning for you. Lost in the thought of you, upon hearing your glories, I remain oblivious even to my own self. And then Radhaji say, after hearing these words, she reciprocates in a similar mood. O Prananath, Lord of my life, Lord of my life's breath, I'm your eternal servant, and you are my life and soul, the only love of my life. I surrender myself unto your lotus feet. You may love me or neglect me. By your actions or by your mind, you can leave me and make me suffer. Whatever you desire, your happiness is my happiness, and your life is my life. I do not want anything other than your happiness. Just as you know my happiness and sorrows, I also know yours. You feel happiness by seeing me, but by seeing you, I feel a happiness that are millions of times greater. There is no comparison to my happiness in this world. I'm happy only by seeing you and by seeing your happiness. You are the reason behind whatever bliss I distribute to others, because the sole cause of my pleasure is your pleasure. I only desire your happiness. I want to see your happiness from morning to night and night to morning. By seeing me, you become happy, and therefore I decorate myself in many ways with shringar, ornaments, and alankar decorations. I do this for you only. I do this because by seeing me thus ornamented and decorated, you feel great pleasure. I dedicate myself to your lotus feet, only to increase your satisfaction and fulfill your desires. So in another time, Srila Gurudev in 2002, in September also, it was Radhastami, and he gave a class in the morning time. And then he said, without the mercy of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Raghunath Goswami, no one could have written about these topics. Our sampradaya is very rich. What is our wealth? Radhaji is our wealth. Radhaji's names are our wealth. The conception that Radhika is the center of all is exclusively for those in our Gaudiya Sampradaya. All other Sampradayas worship Krishna as the Supreme. The speciality of the Gaudiya Sampradaya is that they worship that Krishna who feels separation from Radhika. So this is very important because our wealth is Radhaji's names and her victory over Krishna. And Gurudev will teach us many verses how to pray to Srimati Radhika, how to have this mood, how while during our chanting also we can repeat these prayers, or we can meditate in the classes of Srila Gurudev about Srimati Radhika. And he will often mention the praise of Raghunath Goswami. And he will say that he is the Acharya of the Prema Prayojan, the objective of our spiritual life. And then he will teach us this Bhajami Radham Aravinda Netram, Smarami Radham Madhurasmitasyam, Vadami Radham Karunavaradham Tatoma Manyasti Katirna Kapi. And I will just repeat his words. Even he said, I don't know, I don't have any qualification, I don't know anything about Radha, but by this prayer, I know that she will listen to me because she's Sarvagya. She knows everything. And because my Gurudev and the Gurudev of my Gurudev, they are praying. So I believe in that. So for me the same, I don't know anything, but I'm praying only because my Gurudev is praying. Bhajami Radham Aravinda Netram, the beautiful eyes, Netram Aravinda, the beautiful eyes like a lotus flower of Srimati Radhika, which at the corner are reddish. Why? Because she's feeling anurag. And then I would just pray, she is Karuna Varadram. She's very merciful, and when she actually is because of her mercy that we are at this moment, right now, in this moment. It's because of her mercy that she brought us here today and honor her and celebrate her. And Raghunath Das Goswami said, this is my Tatoma Manyasti Katirna Kapi, this is my only vow. This is the vow of my life. And then also, says another prayer, Padabja Yostava Baradasyam Meva. Nanyat Samaye, Nanyat Kadapi Samaye, Kiladevi Yache. Devi, I'm praying to you. I honor Sakyayate Mama Namostu Nidam. Dasyayate Mama Rasostu Satam. Already, my only prayer to you is that, yes, I honor all your Sakyata, the Sakis, like the Astasakis, the 8 gopis. I honor afterlife, Nityam, always. But what I want is to have your Dasyata. And Srila Buddha said this Dasyata is the Manjari Bhav. This Manjari Bhav comes from the Talyadasis, the special young girls that they are the maid servants of Srimati Radhika, and they are always, all the time with her. Sakyaya, Mama Rasastu, Satyam, and Satyam, that, give me that. Srila Raghunadas Goswami said, give me that. I honor all the Sakis, but I want to become your maid servant, your Manjari. And also Srila Raghunadas Goswami said that Tam Gopi Prishara Vaishnayanti Kasi Sevati Karini Guru Nija Pada Patme Dasyam Parayam Mama Kuru Prajakanane Sri Radangri Seva Rasa Sukilin Sukaptu. Tam Gopika Braje, Ravesh Braje means, O Gurudev, you are Gopika. You are, this Gopika is translated like you are the Manjari who are doing Seva Dikarini. You are doing this precious service to Srimati Radhika. But by taking shelter of you, Guru Pade, I take shelter of you. So please, Dasyam Pradayam Mama Kuru Brajakanane, please give me that service. So that service is in the kunjas of Vrindavan, Sukhirin Sukaptu, and then I will have all this happiness, and you will, by your mercy, you will put me in this ocean of ras. Sukhirin Sukaptu, then I will feel that what you're feeling. So actually, it's not that we have something. It's only the prayers, only this mood of praying to Srila Gurudev, to our Guru, to Sri Guru, that he can give us a particle of something. But we need to become, as Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur will say, we need to become a kinkaras of our Gurudev, the servants of our Gurudev first. It's not like we will just jump and get all these vows, all these moods, and then it doesn't work like that. So that's why there is a parampara. So when we pray these to Gurudev, Tam Gopika, like he is the one who is there doing the service. So he, by his mercy, causeless mercy, he will give us this particle also to feel and to become a maid servant. So, and then he also teach many other verses like praying. Ha Devi Kakubara Gadgada Yadya Vachaya Jeni Patyapu Yacheni Patyadantavat Pupio Vartartihi Asya Prasana Budasya Janasa Kritam Gandharvike Nijaganagananam Videhi. Oh please, Gandharvike, oh Srimati Radhika, please make me one of your group. I'm praying this to you. Yache. Nipatyabubi Dandavat. I'm like a straw on the floor, on the ground, praying for you to make me one of your group. Tawai basmi na jivami toyavina iti vigyaya devi taunam charanantikam. Mama yatan charanantikam. I'm yours, Devi. Srila Raghunath Goswami is praying that also our Gurudev will often pray this. I'm yours, Tavai Basmi, I'm yours. I cannot live without you. Please give me mercy. So these are the prayers that our Gurudev taught us, and because of these prayers we can have some aspiration and we can have this clarity of what is our goal and what is our purpose to do sadhana and to do sadhana and bhajan. Without this mercy that Srila Gurudev is giving to us, especially him, because there is no, his speciality is to give us this Radhadasya. And also I recently translated another video that Gurudev is explaining about Radhakunda. In that video, Gurudev is saying, what's the qualification for us to speak about Radharani? What is our qualification to want to know about all of this? And then he only said, the only qualification is to have, he said, like, just like this, little taste to, I want to know what is this about, who is Radha. And that's the qualification, that greed, spiritual greed. And he said, you don't need to do anything else. Just have this greed to listen, to go and listen. Oh, this is so beautiful. And then he will say, this is so beautiful, this is so tasteful. And then you practice. You want to become dry. So he said, I'm giving you these sweets. These are sweets. Because during the practice, what you're doing is very dry. You don't have taste for anything. But if you hear this katha, then you will get some sweet. And this sweet will keep you going. Will keep you going because you are having some sweet, and then you're sweetening your life, you're sweetening your chanting. So that's why it's important to listen to Radha Katha, Krishna Katha. Only because of that is sweet. So we don't become, so because Bhakti is Radha, Bhakti is with the heart. Bhakti is sentiments, as we heard, but spiritual sentiments. And when we start to make this automatically, like the mechanism becomes very dry. And then also he will say, you are doing this Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. It's like trying to ride a horse. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur will say, I don't want to be near of any of those persons. Why? Because we don't have sentiments. We don't have, and by saying sentiments, it's not like the oscillation of the mind, like this romantic. Also, we can take all this Radha Tattva or Radharani like a very romantic way, right? Like this sentimentalism. But when we speak about Radha, we need to also have Siddhanta, Tattva. Otherwise, it becomes only from my mind, from the oscillation of my mind to what I feel at that moment, or I don't feel like that. Right? So that's why Gurudev will warn us like about the Sahajism. just to pretending that, oh, I'm the maid servant, or I have my manjari form, I have this, my cloth, no, this is not proper. There is a process that Gurudev presented. So I'm concluding here, and if something was clear enough, good enough, that comes from Gurudev's mercy, and if there is many faults, that comes from me for sure. And thank you for this beautiful opportunity. It's only for my purification to have this opportunity to speak about my dear Swamini, Srimati Radhika. Jai Vrishabhananandini Srimati Radhika Ji ki jai. Jai Srila Gurudeva ki jai. Jai Shri Radhastami ki jai. Gaura Premanandi.